Okay, this is the astrological forecast for Pisces sun sign and Pisces rising for 2023. Welcome. Okay, Pisces, right? If you read about Pisces, they always talk about they don't like boundaries. They like to do their own thing. They like to go with the flow. They're very creative, very spiritual people. But from March the 7th, for most of you, your birthday month, the planet Saturn, for the first time in 29 years, goes into your own sign of the zodiac for a 2.5 year period. Saturn likes boundaries. Saturn likes limitations. Saturn likes responsibility. Saturn likes duty. Saturn is one of the societal planets. So it rules society and the structures and what we have to live in. Now, so Pisces are going to get a bit of a shock. So Pisces are going to have to basically be much more involved in the structures of society. That may mean through work, through other duties, through looking after people. They are going to be entering back into society in a much more functional way than they would probably like, because Pisces likes not to drift, but certainly just doesn't like to be told what to do. And is a sign of the zodiac that actually is always connected to other worlds in a way. So suddenly they get a shock. They're back into society, and that means that they have to learn the art of self-discipline a lot more. And if they could do that, they can get an awful lot out of this year. If they don't, then they're going to struggle. They're going to find it very, very difficult. They've still got Neptune traveling in their own sign. It's right at the end, but with Saturn and now Neptune in Pisces, that's a little bit of a struggle, because Pisces does want to escape, doesn't want to face reality, and wants to go into a dream world, and Saturn certainly doesn't want to do that. But here's the good news for them. First of all, in the first half of the year, up to the 16th of May, they've got Jupiter traveling in the second house, which is the house of finance. And what they can earn and how they value themselves. So that gives a little bit of confidence, opportunities for growth, and opportunities in work. And then on the 16th of May, it will go to the third house for the rest of the year, which is in Taurus. And that is about communication. That is about how you get your ideas effectively across, short distance travel, and day-to-day kind of activities. And I think for this comes in line. I think from January, February, I think it's quite not much happens with Pisces, and then March kind of kicks in, and it really does very, very quickly kind of move into a completely different area. And I think that's one of the things that I'd be kind of looking at here, is that there's going to be big changes for Pisces sun and Pisces rising. This is going to be a big, big, big year where they are going to restructure the way that they do things in a day-to-day life, and it will bring about a new 29-year cycle that is really going to be quite a force for them. And so you might find that a lot of Pisces are changing quite a bit, and that the old principles, the old ways that they thought this is how I want to live my life, is suddenly thrown up in the air and go, no, I'm going to do this. And I think that's where they actually really gain from this. They want to put foundations in. They want to put something that's much more tangible, much more structure in place than they have in a long time, because of that Neptune influence. Yes, Neptune is still going through Pisces, but it's right at the end, really. So I think for a majority, unless you're born, between the sort of 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th of March, where Neptune is really going to go back, you're going to feel a bit floaty and a bit kind of, this is all good, but where do I go from here? For the rest of the Pisces, actually, the Saturn factor is going to come in and really kind of go, right, okay, this is what I want to do, bang, and move. So I think for a Pisces, it's really, really, can be a very, very strong year. Uranus is still in the third house, so the way the ability to communicate, you've just got to learn to calm down a little bit. They've got a very active mind. They've had that since 2018. They're very responsive to outside influences, social media, advertising at the moment, because that Uranus factor. So they've got to take themselves out of that physically and go, right, I'm going to focus on nature or detox from technology, because the brain just kind of is overwhelmed by the amount of information that's out there with Pisces. So they've got to be kind of very aware of that, that's taking place. But I feel like they're going to make some real progress, particularly from March onwards. Anyway, if you do like the video, press the like button. And if you want to become a subscriber, it's easy. Press the subscribe button. But thank you very much for watching.